You guys are pretty sharp, aren't you? How curious, though, to run into you all the way out here.
You! The fool.
Hey, we meet again, Class 7. I'm glad to see you're all well. Then again, I can't imagine you'd believe anything I'd tell you right now.
Scarecrow.
You asshole! Wait, is that?
Sharon!
How lovely to see you again, Class 7. Or perhaps I should say pleasure to meet you, as I am no longer the Sharon you knew. I am once more Ouroboros' Enforcer number 9, the Severing Eclipse.
If all of you are here, then I take it Governor General Rufus is within that pillar of light?
Just as we thought.
Right on the mark. Honestly, that's why I was so surprised to see you here. The Governor General made a deal with Heiyue to keep the SSS and Bracers busy so he could finish his business here in peace. We know they'll betray us eventually, of course, but you can't play in the gutter if you're afraid to get dirty. And what harm's a betrayal if you know it's inevitable? Besides, someone might have seen to it that their group can wipe out Heiyue and the SSS all at once.
No comment.
Guess that Rufus guy stopped giving a shit about his reputation.
Clearly. And once the war with Calvard begins, he'll cast the Syndicate aside too.
So this is how the Governor General... No, how the Iron Bloods choose to operate, is it?
Major Arundel, I don't understand. After everything that's happened, after everything we've lost, why are you still siding with them? You and Major Reveld act like nothing's changed. Did she really mean that little to you?
Ellie...
You've really grown up, Black Rabbit. You too, Ash. Looks like you found your feet. Honestly, I'm kinda relieved.
Answer the damn question. I thought you stood for something. Or are you just another one of Osborn's pawns?
Yeah. Pretty much. Thing is, when Claire and I failed to save Millium, it messed us up pretty bad. I think we both looked to her as a replacement for the family we'd lost. Osborn, on the other hand, was the man who took that family from me. I joined the Ironbloods thinking I'd be able to outsmart him and avenge my dad. But the man operates on a higher level. I mean, a 1,000-year-old curse, the Great Twilight? When those are the stakes, who the hell can compete? But you need to understand, he unleashed the Great Twilight to end the curse afflicting the Empire. He's taken it upon himself to uproot and reset a power that was all but impossible to fight back against. So I made up my mind. If siding with Osborn lets us create a world where Millium's sacrifice wasn't in vain, then so be it. And that's how Claire and I will put things right.
Bullshit!
You don't deserve to speak her name.
That's why you started this war? To reset everything?
How is driving this country to ruin supposed to put anything right?
Indeed. It makes my plan shine by comparison.
Though I may not know the details of your mission, I see the resolve in your eyes. If you will not back down, your only option is to prove victorious against us. For my part, I will not hold back. I intend to use every underhanded trick at my disposal. This is my way of repaying you for the happy memories you've all given me.
Then ready your blade, Sharon Kruger.
We're not going to let our memories hold us back.
To see old friends fighting against each other really gets you right in the heart. But maybe I should step in to really amp up the drama. I could do with a little fun. Especially after I'd let Lady Belle have the SSS and the bracers last time.
Shut up! Just shut the hell up! I've known this since we met at Orcus Tower. But you're the worst! None of this involves you, and you still choose to make things worse for everyone with that crappy little grin on your face! Sharon and the Major are both struggling to make choices they can stand by. But what about you? Do you think about a single thing you do? Does anything even matter to you? Then, you go on to mention the one who betrayed Crossbell. It's time someone knocked that grin off your stupid face. And while we're at it, we are going to expose the Governor General, get to the bottom of whatever you're planning, and take Instructor Reed back, no matter what!
Yuna.
That's exactly right.
I have to admit, that one kinda stung. You're clearly getting a bit hot under the collar. My role as Enforcer number 0 gives me much less freedom than my compatriots, you see. Personal stakes just aren't on the table for me. So, to show I care, this time, I'll actually try. Just a little bit. You made some bold declarations just now. Show me you're not all talk, hmm?
Just wait and see!
It's so rare to see you lose your composure.
Maybe I'll follow suit and pull out all the stops, too.
Is that?
This is what he did at the Grove.
The Iron Blood's dirty little trick, and the Great Twilight's only made it stronger. It's time you learned what you're really up against.
I'll be fighting in earnest as well. Prepare to be eclipsed by death.
Just hold out as best you can, all right?
Ha! You sure talk a big game. Now prove it.
Let your guard down and you'll soon be eclipsed.
Have a taste of this! Riot Flame!
Here I go!
I shall go.
Leave it to me.
Here's a present.
Leave it to me.
I appreciate it. I shall go. Charging!
How about
A little fire!
I won't forgive you!
It's my turn!
Ready.
I appreciate
I
it.
didn't ask you to do
Time to
that.
switch
Now. Riomac activate. Fire!
Don't give up!
Thank you. Black butterflies fluttering in darkness. Gather to me. I'll support you.
Thanks!
Very well. On your knees.
It's my turn.
Petrifying shells loaded! You're not going anywhere! They're down!
There!
Yeah!
My turn. I'll support.
I appreciate it!
Thanks.
It's my turn! Burning heart!
Black butterflies fluttering.
Yeah!
This is it! You failed your inspection! One more! This is the end! Justice Bullet!
Is this your card? Too bad for you!
Leave it to me.
How does this suit you? in trouble. I'll support. Our team
You have my
heals!
thanks. Brace yourself! Lightning light, gather in my blade! Iola's Saber!
Don't give up! Thank you. Now, transform! Sync complete. Go! Arcadia's here! Ready? Launch! Riomax, open fire! Exterminating target. Yes!
Down in flames! Time to switch seats. Shuffle, shuffle. Not bad. Not bad at all.
This ability of mine is pretty broken, but you really kept up.
A splendid performance, everyone.
Damn, they're strong.
The Major really wasn't kidding about his ability.
What's worse, they hardly look winded.
I have to admit, I'm really impressed. You've all come a long way in the past month. New Class 7 especially. Still, I have to wonder what you're trying to achieve with your little trek around the country.
Or maybe it's not the barrier you're interested in at all. Maybe it's the black pleroma grass. Could it be you're hoping to find some clue as to where Reen is?
No idea what you're talking about.
So that is it. No wonder you're all fighting so desperately. But be warned, he is imprisoned far from here, in a place of pure darkness and despair. Consider it a mercy, then, that I will crush you here and now.
You're welcome to try!
What's going on here? Wait, that's Class 7. There's a warrant out for them! How did they make it through the blockade?
What the heck?
Those are the new models we saw before.
That's right. Zauber Soldats, I believe they're called. A joint venture between the Black Workshop and the Reinford Group. A brand new weapon of war for the world to enjoy.
If the Empire's largest company and the gnomes are working together,
Shit, that's one nasty combination.
What's going on here, Kruger?
While I'm no longer affiliated with Reinford, I can tell you that these are no ordinary soldats.
As proud soldiers of the Governor General, we cannot let this stand! Major Arundel, allow us to apprehend these miscreants.
Well, if you insist.
Just know they won't go down without a fight, though.
Of course we won't. Allie!
Right. Clown Slayus!
These are soldats. So the reports were true.
So be it. An army of them would still be no match for our Swordians.
That power. Then these things are just like magic knights?
they must have created some way to harness that same energy.
The fun never ends with these guys.
We can't afford to be stopped here. We have to win.
I've got your back. Go show them what Class 7 is made of.
My turn. He's down. It's mine.
Yes!
All right. Wide open. They're mine.
Very well.
It's my turn. This will get a bit spicy. Fire!
There! Let's go!
Now. Yeah!
It's my turn. You can't escape.
Very well.
It's my turn.
It's my turn.
This can't be. It's my turn.
Very well.
Predictable!
It's my turn.
Predictable!
Now.
Well, look at that. They're down.
We had him outnumbered from the start.
Wait. Something's not right.
You think that is enough to stop us?
We are the swords who will protect this great empire!
It can't be!
The flow of mana is turning against them. No, it's consuming them.
It seems you are yet inexperienced.
It's so bright.
That figure. Looks like he snagged it.
Then our work here is done.
Just in time for the Auric Knight to take the stage. I can hardly wait for the Jade Rook to show us what he can do now.
Major Arundel, enforcers, you've done very well. Hello, Eustace. What a pleasure to see you and Class 7 again. I had a feeling we'd meet soon. Those who seek opposing goals are bound to cross paths after all.
I knew it.
Hold on. That's a new Divine Knight. What's an Imperial weapon like that doing in Crossbell in the first place?
The trial grounds have little regard for the normal rules of time and space. They can appear anywhere throughout the Empire. This became a potential site the moment Crossbell became a province of Erebonia. It's as simple as that. This land has a storied magical history. The moment it was annexed, I began scouring it for a sign. And here, on the cliff overlooking Lake Ebel, this overflowing font of mana, I succeeded in evoking the trial. El Prado, he who embodies eternity, has finally awakened. The final Divine Knight walks the earth once more.
That would explain why magic knights and cryptids from Erebonia started appearing in Crossbell. Not to mention the Spirit Shrine.
It's like how Vita opened the path to the trial of the Azure Knight.
Then, was she his test case?
Which would mean he's been planning this since last year at least.
I expected better of you. But this is why you took the title of Crossbell's Governor General, isn't it?
In part, yes. Now, I'm sure the Auric Knight could use some exercise after its long slumber. Care to join me for a little warm-up?
They just keep coming.
Governor General, sir! Please allow us! There's no need for you to dirty your hands.
If that sorry display was the best you could do, then you're useless to me. Now stand down before I kill you myself.
As you command, sir.
It's like its aura is bearing down on us.
That's not all. He carries the holy sword of House Alborea.
Stay on your guard!
Divine Knight or not, we just gotta take him down, right?
Yeah. We may be outmatched, but at this point, it's do or die.
Then we will see this through!
Right! Here we go!
Shall we have ourselves a warm-up?
All right!
Let's go!
It's my turn! Ha! Now's our chance! I've got you!
Holy flame!
Very well.
It's my turn! Take this!
My turn! Chop! There! It's mine!
It's my turn! Now. Yeah!
Very well. Chop! There! It's mine!
It's my turn! Let's go! I've got you!
stupid! They're mine!
This is bad.
Spirit! Very well. Huh. There! At once!
Understood! I got it! Azure Wing!
Mistral Blade!
Yes! Now's our chance! I've got you!
I see. That's all you're capable of, I take it.
Yeah!
I must train.
I grew a little.